So right now I am reading The Alchemist, and it's a great book. I think it's a dope angle to tell a story. So there was a piece that said he had become used to learning which path he should take by observing the ground and the sky. He had discovered that the presence of a certain bird meant that a snake was nearby, and that a certain shrub was a sign that there was water in the area. And the sheep had taught him that. If God leads the sheep so well, he will also lead a man, he thought, and that made him feel better in his travels, because they're talking about a shepherd traveling with sheep. So it made me think about how important it is to follow your heart and to follow your intuition. Because if you think about a bird, right? A bird, I was looking it up at one point a while ago, and I saw that the average bird lives about 2 years, right? And some way more, some less. Either way, let's say 2 years as just an average. Can you imagine living like a bird? Let's break this down for a second. Can you imagine living without your home, a roof over your head, living without shoes, living without clothes, living without a stable food supply, knowing where your next meal will be? Can you live without friends? Can you live without all of that? Can you live without all of that? Birds do it every day. They never know necessarily where their next meal is going to be, where they're going to sleep. They're not wearing any clothes, but yet many of them live 2 years or more. That shows how powerful it is to just follow your intuition, because they're able to survive and live their best life. They literally fly. They fly with faith. I can't even say they walk by faith and not by sight. They literally are flying with faith and not by sight. And it brings me back to the reading where it says, if God leads the sheep so well, he would also lead a man, he thought, and that made him feel better. So let's think about that as a bird. If God leads the birds so well, flying, they always find food somewhere, they find somewhere to sleep somewhere. If God is leading these birds so well, can you think about what he is trying to do for us as his prized possessions? Men and women, are you kidding me? And the fact that he gives us, all of us personally have this internal GPS within us that leads us to the next place. It's just a lot of us are ignoring that internal GPS and settling with living in misery and living paycheck to paycheck and living average lives and below average lives and dealing with depression and dealing with all this stuff, because they're literally ignoring the fact that they have this internal GPS. They are blessed with these dreams that are in fact visions of your future. I'm going to say that again. Dreams are visions of your future. So whatever you are, those big dreams that you have, those dreams are visions of exactly what God has placed you on this earth to do. So whatever it is that you're thinking of right now as you're listening to this, that thing, that big thing, whether it be starting a company, whether it be starting some sort of movement, whether it be changing your life around and moving across the country and just starting over, whatever it is, that right there, you need to hold on to that and chase that every day. Because that is literally part of the reason why you're here. And when I say part of, I have to make sure I say that, because there's always a bigger picture, bigger than what we can even imagine or even think, because we serve a God of abundance. You can't think like the universe, because there's just no way. You're only one single person. You're only one single being. So your biggest ideas, biggest dreams, biggest whatever it is that you really want with your whole heart, those biggest desires are minuscule in comparison to what is the universe, what is God. So I just wanted to share that perspective, because the book, I like the way the book writes it. If God leads the sheep so well, but if we use a bird as an example, if God leads the birds so well, he will also lead a man. We have an internal GPS that we cannot ignore. We have to continue on this path of ours. That's the only way the world will become a better place. That's the only way you will feel real happiness. That's the only way you'll live life to the fullest. And that's the only way you'll experience abundance the way God wants us to.